Mm. In this, oh my gosh, did you hear the hard punch that came in with? Okay. Honestly, I really loved that first song, guys. Like, I really loved it. I think it's just the vibe and the fun and kind of the silliness. And I don't know. It's like very conscientiously silly, very conscientiously genius and just meticulous. The editing, this is done on tapes. Like, they cut and sliced this stuff and got it like just through. Like, and again, hearing how clean everything is, like the attention you can clearly see he paid to detail in the mixing and the mastering and the editing. And especially now knowing what I know about it, even just a minimum, like, an hour long documentary or whatever. It just, seeing his approach and kind of seeing the man that he was and the workaholic that he was and just the obsession that he had with it, it really makes this feel so much more special. The intro is wailing. Is that a clav? Yes! Immediately, yes! And it's just building.
I am gross and perverted. I'm obsessed and deranged. I have existed for years, but very little has changed. I'm the tool of the government and industry too, for I am destined to rule and regulate you. I may be vile and pernicious, but you can't look away. I make you think I'm delicious with the stuff that I say. I'm the best you can get. Have you guessed me yet? I'm the slime oozing out from your TV set. You will obey.
The slime oozing out of your TV set. So I want to comment on several things here. I'm gonna just make it a nice and easy pause, so you guys don't have to worry about my being verbose too much. But the way he's got such a hot mic to where you can hear all of the characteristics of his mouth. So just for, like, he's got just this crazy, deep, boisterous, kind of compressed, gnarly, and with the baritone of Frank Zappa. It's just a lot, and you can hear all of the characteristics of the things his mouth does. And I really friggin' like it, dude. I really friggin' like it. If you are an audiophile, for whatever reason, the sound of a tongue doing what it does in a mouth, like, I don't want to see it. I don't even like the fact that I like to hear it, because I don't like the ASMR stuff. But when I hear these little editing choices in music, that's the closest thing to ASMR I'm gonna get, right? Like when I hear like a pick scrape on a guitar string, or I hear like a wound string scrape against a callus as it's sliding up, those things really mean something to me. And so when, again, I hear this vocal editing take with Frank Zappa, and I recognize the conscientious decision it is for him to just simply sound like that, it's exciting to me. And there really is just a tangible, you can bite the frig into it kind of characteristic to the sound. This is the sound of what I mean. in music terms, I would say his voice has a lot of balls to it, but not because of the person that Frank is, but because of the way they edited an already ballsy voice. It's beautiful, dude. It's beautiful, dude.
The best you can get. Have you guessed me yet? I'm the slime oozing out from your TV set. You will obey me while I lead you and eat the garbage that I feed you.
Like,
Until the day that we don't need you. Don't go for help, no one will heed you. Your mind is totally controlled. It has been stuffed into my mold, and you will do as you are told until the right see you are sold.
so you, and even then, his voice is so far over the top of the instrumentation that you actually have a loud drummer that it's like loud drums that are turned down. So you have the feeling of loud drums, but the softness of quiet drums. There's such polarized concepts of recording. And yeah, no, Tara, I haven't even gotten to that part yet. I was gonna let it wrap up and just go through the thing. But I think I just get so excited about stuff like this because again, you have again like a really kind of hard hitting "This is America." That's enough said. That's all I'm gonna say about this song. This is America. I want to go back a little bit to hear that transition.
Until the right see you are sold.
That's what the reference was, Sky. Yo, Oxy, thank you so much for them tickle bitties.
Well, I am the slime from the video. Who's in along on the living room floor? I am the slime from
Garrett,
the
get me the.
Can't stop the slime, people looking
Who did this, Garrett?
I am the slime from the video. Who's in along on the living room floor? I am the slime from the video. Can't stop the slime, people look at me go.
Headphone listeners, identify yourselves in the chat because I'm going to have us all listen to something here in a moment. Okay. This was super sand juiced. Like this part right here. There was so much to pick apart about the ending of this solo. Okay. And by the way, headphone listeners unite. I love to see it. So, okay, as we get into the solo, you have this kind of wah pedally thing. You've got this squealing guitar thing, but in the right ear, it almost sounds like a revving motorcycle. Okay, I need all of us to put our heads together and figure out what the it almost sounds like it's peaking whatever mic it's hitting. What is that sound? His ability, dude. It's a Geiger counter? That is actually the thing I think I believe the most. But that is the closest sound to what, yes, Cone, I'd say that you are that's the closest bit I've been able to get to identifying what that sound is. And it's like primarily right ear. It almost sounds like he's peaking the mic with a snare drum strike, maybe. Like a 2-drummer scenario and a second snare. This was just so fun. And again, the slime oozing out of your TV, right? I think that's honestly why I feel like maybe what I attempt to do here isn't frivolous, right? Because there is an infinite amount of ways you can find to feel really terrible, whether it's watching the news, whether it's watching internet drama, whether it's, investing in things that make you feel bad, like watching stocks, watching finances, watching like sad things happen to good people, whatever the case, right? And I feel like so much of that is perpetuated. I feel like people want the world to feel bad because I feel like there is profit and sadness. And as a person who works in business, who handles money for a living, that I just can't not see the world that way. And I think when you make the TV, and certainly in this time period, it was a lot easier to control the narrative with the TV because that's how everybody got their information. And now you can get your information from anywhere and you can choose it. And they like the algorithms like throw you stuff that make you feel bad. And my thought was like maybe doing something that I share with people the same affirmations I say to myself to try to make myself feel better as a person who just deals with like bad feelings and is trying to overcome them through a wholesome lifestyle. Uh, I don't watch TV. I don't invest myself in politics or the news because I feel like they're politically, they're charged. Like I think politics is a great way to turn anybody hostile. And I would much rather focus on our agreements than our disagreements because I feel like those disagreements are perpetuated. I feel like people want us to disagree on things, which is why I will always stay far, far, far away from politics. And I think how, something so positive and wonderful, I think all of you guys have really kind of been wonderful enough to resound with that. But I think when you see this, right, like I am attempting in my own way to be countercultural to an evil I see on screens. And I know that sounds silly, but that's really how I see this in a lot of contexts. And that's why I say the thing in the beginning and at the end. And people call that weird and parasocial, whatever. I don't care. It's my way of trying to make a tiny change in the world. And that's how I go about it because of things like the slime, because this idea is so real and it controls so many of us. And there's so much polarization in the world already that maybe if a whole bunch of people from a whole bunch of different backgrounds can all just say like, man, this song is dope, and be in a safe place to also say, man, this song is not dope to me, but I like that you guys all like it and I'm here to stay. That to me is proof that you can overcome the slime, right? And I think you guys are proof that we can overcome the slime. And I don't mean to soapbox, but this is something I feel very, very, very strongly about, and why I operate my channel the way that I do. It's why I don't take like any kind of sponsorships. It's why I don't like take direct like funds from people outside of just whatever people feel goodly enough to support through the channels that Twitch and YouTube allow. I don't want to be a part of something that I see as, evil. And if you want to change something, leaving it doesn't help. So I think that this song says a lot, that it got me onto a soapbox as a person who is staunchly anti-soapbox. I think it says a lot about Frank the artist and Frank the musician, that there is so much to be said about this besides The amazing instrumentation, again, with the mixing, the mastering. He wails on guitar. He is such an underrated guitar player. I don't mean to be so verbose about this. I just am very excited. And again, the more I've invested in Zappa, the more I just see an artist whose work I can't help but respect. And shout out to Tina Turner and the Ikettes.